Hello everyone, welcome to Absolute Geography. Here we take your geography understanding from classroom to continents. In today's video, we'll understand drainage patterns and settlement patterns as seen on a topographical map. Before we study patterns, we must understand some basic terms. Drainage is the system or network of rivers and streams in an area. It will include main river, tributaries, distributaries, and streams. A drainage basin is the entire area drained by a river and its tributaries. It includes the main river, all its tributaries, surface runoff, and the land supplying water to the river. The boundary separating two drainage basins is called a watershed or water divide. It's usually a ridge or a highland that is separating two river systems. A drainage pattern is the arrangement or shape formed by a river and its tributaries. This pattern mainly depends on the rock structure and the relief of the land. Topographical maps may also show the stage of a river. It is important to understand as the features present on the land are affected by the stage of the river. For example, in youth stage, V-shaped valleys, gorges, and waterfalls are common. In middle or mature stage, tributaries join the river and meanders and floodplains can be seen. And in the last stage, that is old age or lower course, deltas, distributaries, and oxbow lakes are seen. Understanding the stage helps us interpret the landform correctly. Now talking about patterns, the rivers and their tributaries form different shapes on land surface. This depends on the type of rock, its structure in an area, and the relief of the land. Starting with dendritic pattern, it resembles the branches of a tree. Tributaries join the main river at irregular and acute angles. This pattern develops in regions where rock structure is uniform and there are no faults or folds. It indicates a stable geological structure and gentle slope and is the most common drainage pattern. In a trellis pattern, the main river flows along a valley and tributaries join it at nearly 90 degrees. This is the main feature here. The tributaries will always form an angle of 90 degree or almost 90 degree with the main river. This pattern develops in regions with alternating hard and soft rock layers, usually in folded mountain regions. Its presence indicates parallel ridges or folded structures. Radial drainage develops where rivers flow outward from a central highland. The streams spread out like the spokes of a wheel. It usually forms around volcanic cones, domes, or isolated hills. This pattern indicates the presence of a central highland. Sometimes on a topomap, a stream may begin as a continuous blue line and gradually change into a dotted black line before disappearing completely. This indicates a stream that is losing water and does not reach the sea. Such streams are commonly found in dry or sandy regions where water either evaporates or seeps into the ground. In some regions, streams do not reach the sea. Instead, they drain into a lake that has no outlet to the sea. This is called inland drainage. It indicates a closed drainage system confined within a region. Drainage patterns tells us about the physical geography of a region. Now let us understand how settlements reflect human response to these physical conditions. So, what is a settlement? A settlement is a place where people live. On a topographical map, settlements are shown in red. Their distribution depends on the relief, soil, availability of water, and climate of the place. By observing settlement patterns, we can understand the suitability of an area for habitation. For example, a thickly settled area indicates fertile land, availability of water, and suitable living conditions. It is often seen in plains or wide valleys. Likewise, a thinly settled area indicates difficult living conditions, poor agriculture, and inaccessibility. So the area may be a forest, a hilltop, or a desert region. Whereas absence of settlement suggests unsuitable conditions such as marshes, swamps, flood-prone areas, or sandy deserts. Now moving on, the arrangement of houses in a settlement is called settlement pattern. On a topo sheet, we identify settlement patterns by observing the distribution of red squares or build-up area. One thing to be noted is that settlements can be permanent, shown by solid red squares, such as a residential area in a city, or they can be temporary, shown by hollow red squares, such as tents or caravans. First one is linear pattern. As the name suggests, the houses are arranged in a line. They usually develop along roads, rivers, canals, or railway lines. This pattern basically follows a physical or a transport feature. In a nucleated settlement, houses are clustered closely around an important center, which acts as a nucleus. It may be a market, a place of worship, or a public building. This indicates social or economic importance of the central point. In a radial settlement, houses are arranged around a central point and roads spread outward in different directions. This creates a star-like pattern. It usually develops at important junctions, central markets, a factory, or a lake. In a dispersed settlement, houses are spread far apart from each other. There is no definite clustering. This pattern is common in hilly regions, forest areas, regions with poor soil, or sometimes in villages. It indicates sparse population and large land holdings. In topo maps, never guess. Observe carefully. Look at the arrangement of streams, the angles at which tributaries join, the distribution of settlements, and the presence of central features. Drainage patterns reveal the physical structure of the land. Settlement patterns reflect how people adapt to that land. When you connect these elements, you are not just studying a map, you are reading geography. See you in the next video.